Hello and welcome to a new vlog. Today I'm bringing you something a little bit different. I have been not even hinting, straight up saying that I'm doing this for the past few months. So I am currently in Florida when you're seeing this, in Disney. So I thought it would be really fun because I'm not going to be able to do my normal weekly vlogs, and to be honest, there's going to be not much reading for the 2 weeks I'm in Florida. So my plan, which I think is a pretty good plan, is to do some dedicated reading vlogs in advance for September when I'm away. So this is the first of two. Obviously you'll see the other one next week, which will be a different series, but I wanted to kind of stick with the Disney theme, and these two vlogs are going to be vastly different. And I'm going to talk spoilers a little bit, but I will always warn you and do like a hand up thing when there's going to be spoilers, so you can skip the spoilers if you don't want to see the spoilers. I say that I might end up not giving any spoilers. We'll see how this vlog goes. I've never done one of these before, so I have no idea. Also, please ignore my hair. I don't know what's going on with it today. The humidity has been ridiculous. So this vlog, as you would see from the title and the thumbnail, I'm going to be finishing the Wicked Villains series by Katee Robert. So back in January 2022 I read Desperate Measures, which is Jasmine and Jafar. This actually has the daddy kink, which I didn't think I would enjoy reading because I've never enjoyed reading it in fanfics before, but apparently when it's Jafar it's okay. I don't know what my brain was on when I read this, but I really enjoyed this. And I've been holding off reading the rest of the series for this exact reason, because I kind of wanted to binge them, but also I came up with this idea to do this vlog for while I'm in Florida, and I just, once I had the idea, I couldn't get it out of my head. So I need to read Learn My Lesson, which is Hades, Meg and Hercules, which I'm so excited for. I need to read A Worthy Opponent, which is Hook and Tinkerbell. Then we have The Beast, which I believe is Belle, Beast and Gaston. Then we have The Sea Witch, which is Ursula, and I'm not actually sure. I'm gonna say Ariel, but I'm not 100% on this one. I haven't really read into this one much, so all I know is it's Ursula, or as the character is, Ursa. And then to finish off the series we have Queen Takes Rose, which I know is Aurora, but I'm not actually sure if it is Aurora Maleficent. I don't know. But they are all linked. So this is set in, like, this one has like major mafia vibes, and I feel like the rest are gonna too, because like Hades is kind of like the king there, king of the underworld. But these are not fantasy, and they are absolutely filthy, and I'm ready to read them and share my experience with you all. Like I said, absolutely loved this. This was a 4-star. It didn't quite hit 5-star, but we'll see what the other ones do. So today I will be starting Learn My Lesson. So I'm gonna get stuck in, and I will give you some updates in a little while when I have started reading this. I'm so excited. So I'm literally 8 pages in, and already Hades has called Meg a good girl. This is gonna be interesting to read. Okay. So I'm giving up for tonight because I'm actually getting really tired. But I've read 101 pages. And it gets into the smut pretty quickly. I actually don't have words. Okay, spoiler time. When I put my hand down, you know the drill. Once I put my hand down, you're done with spoilers. I didn't have Meg going down on Aurora whilst Hades and Hercules watched on my bingo card for this vlog, but apparently it's happening. I need Hercules and Hades to hurry up and have sex. Like, I'm gonna need that to happen very soon. So far that hasn't quite happened. Yeah, do you know what, I'm gonna come back to you tomorrow when I might have some coherent thoughts, but right now nothing up here apart from what's just happened. And yeah. So it is the next day and I finished learning my lesson. So this was a 5-star. I really enjoyed this. I mean, I loved Desperate Measures, but I preferred this one. So on Core characters got 10, as did enjoyment, as did, I think it was writing, because I think the writing in this was just perfect. A few of the others did get like 8 and 9. The plot got an 8 purely because I do think that the ending was a little bit rushed. Like, part of me's glad because that was intense and not in a good way. But I do feel like it was a little bit rushed in that like last little section. I would have liked to seen a little bit more, even just like I mean, this book is 252 pages. Even if it'd been like an extra like 20-30 pages, I think that would have like bumped it up a little bit. But I really liked the pacing apart from that. Like, I thought the rest of the book was really well paced, and I just absolutely love this. I'm trying not to do spoilers in this vlog, but I kind of want to. So you know the drill. When I put my hand down, I'm no longer talking spoilers. So can we just appreciate Hades, Hercules and Meg in a threesome? Because that was multiple threesomes, might I add. And then like being like, no, this is gonna be a relationship. I'm like, yes, 1,000 times yes. I absolutely loved it. And Zeus is an a-hole. Like, I don't like Zeus. I don't think I've liked Zeus in any sort of like adaptation of like Greek mythology or retelling of Greek mythology. I feel like you're not supposed to though. Anyway, but yeah, I really liked the fact we got to see a bit of Aurora in this as well, and we got to see a bit more Hook and Tink. I do love that Jafar and Jasmine were in this one, and Meg and Jasmine, I just need more of that. Like, please, because we got a little bit of it in Desperate Measures, and then we got a little bit of it here, and I'm like, can we please have more, please? So yeah, but I'm really excited to read Worthy Opponent next, because I do feel like this one did set up a possible storyline for a Worthy Opponent, with obviously Tink and Hook. So yeah, I'm very excited to see where that goes with Tink, and I will be starting it very soon, but you will see it in the next clip that I'm starting it, so I will talk to you soon. So it is a new day. I read the entirety of A Worthy Opponent today. This was a 5-star. It was actually a higher 5-star than Learn My Lesson, which I was not expecting. I'm going to have some spoilery thoughts for you in a minute, but I really loved the development of the characters in this, especially because obviously they do all link, but they also like, they have their own separate stories, but the characters from others do like appear. And one thing I really liked about this was not only the like character development, but the development of the friendships, especially Tink and some of the girls in the underworld. I really enjoyed seeing that develop, and seeing how that was going. And also you got to see a side of Hook, because Hook's literally only really been in the background like teasing Tink before, but not in like that way. But we actually got to see Hook in this one. We got to have his point of view, and I really enjoyed it. I really love his, I'm gonna say, friendship with Gaten. Gaten is essentially Gaston. Them two as friends wasn't something I realised I needed, but apparently I do. And they have a good friendship. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. We was introduced to a character who I think I know who they're supposed to be, because their names, so like with Gaten is Gaston, like some of their names are changed slightly. And a character was introduced, and going by their name and how they've been described, I think I know who they are. And I'm excited because they are featuring in a book later on in the series. But I am really, I've noticed there's like a little bit of a theme with someone from the couple in the next book will focus heavily. So in Desperate Measures, obviously it's Jasmine and Jafar, but Meg is in it a fair amount. And then in Learn My Lesson, it's Meg, Hades and Hercules. Aurora has focused a fair amount, but also Tink has like quite a, not big role, but she has like an important role in Learn My Lesson. And then in this one, Gaten is like a big part of this, and the next book is The Beast. So I'm gonna guess that in The Beast, Ursa or like Ariel characters are gonna be in that a bit, and then in the characters from Queen Takes Rose will be in like the Sea Witch. But we'll see. We're going on this journey together. This is a fun time. So now I want to talk spoilers, so you know the drill. If I've got my hand up, I'm talking spoilers. Once I put my hand down, no more spoilers. You're going to get sick of hearing me say that, but I want to make it very clear when I'm talking spoilers, because I don't want you to like get spoiled if you don't want to. So spoiler time. This was a lot more than I was expecting. So I knew that Tink and Hook are the couple in this. I was ready for that. What I did not realise was that before Hook had even had sex with Tink, he was going to initiate some sort of scene in the underworld where he literally just watches her have sex with Gaten, the Beast, and Malone. Like I was saying before, I'm pretty sure Malone is Maleficent. From the way she's described, she seems like she's Maleficent. So yeah, that was something I wasn't expecting. And then the little threesome of Tink, Hook and Gaten was hot. That is the best, simplest way I can describe it without going into detail. But on a different side of that, now one of the things I'm really enjoying about these books is the characters are also very different, and they're very like, obviously this is the first one of the three that I've read where the character has actually used their safe word. Aftercare is a big part of these books, and I love that that is explored properly. And also the constant remind me, what is your safe word? Like making sure the person remembers what their safe word is and that they need to use it. And this is the first one where the character uses their safe word, and the way it was handled was just so perfect. And another thing is, now this might sound weird, people always think this sounds weird, but there was like the talk that Tink and Hook had about kids, and about how Tink wants kids, and then they had the whole like, well, what if, like, it's all well and good us saying we want kids in the future, but what if like it physically doesn't happen, and then them talking about options. And it is so important for couples to have that conversation, and you to know like you're on the right path. Like, and not just in this, but in Learn My Lesson, Meg and Hades have the same conversation, but it's like the opposite, that neither of them want kids. And like, it's sort of like Meg needs that reassurance after finding out about Hades' past life, before he came to Carver City. Like, she needs that reassurance that he wasn't lying to her about not wanting kids, because she doesn't want kids and she doesn't want to hold him back. And it was just, I love that even though this is basically porn without plot, there is plot. So spoilers over. But yeah, I'm really excited to see where this series goes. I mean, I feel like I've just said this in the spoilery part, but this ain't spoilery, so this editing's going to be really messed up, so please excuse this cut. But as much as I absolutely am reading this for the porn, I'm loving the plot and the way the plot's developing throughout the series, and how they all like connect as a whole with the whole like Carver City. But it's a series I will 100% be rereading, because I'm just enjoying it so much, not just for the porn, for the actual plot as well. The porn's just a bonus. But yeah, I wasn't expecting to love this one more than the Hades one, because Hades, but apparently Hook. I also really love that Tink is plus size. I don't think I've mentioned that when I was reading the other two, but obviously this is actually Tink's book. And the fact that she is not only plus size, but she is body confident and she's beautiful, and I'm a little bit in love with her as well. Just a tad. So yeah, I am loving this series so much, and I cannot wait to continue. I don't know yet when I'm going to start The Beast. I have a couple of, I'm starting 2 buddy reads tomorrow from when I'm filming this clip. I'm starting 2 buddy reads, plus I'm starting a book tonight that I want to try and finish tomorrow possibly, or Tuesday. So I might try and read The Beast on like Tuesday or Wednesday. We'll see how things go, because obviously I'm going to have less time now. And whilst I can get these books on audiobook on Scribd, I don't think I can physically listen to these on a train. So yeah, we'll see. I might try. We'll see how it goes. But I will catch up with you in the next clip, where I will either be starting halfway through or finished The Beast. Hello, it's another day. It's been about a week since the last clip, because I've had other stuff going on, but I have just sat and read half of The Beast. Not quite half, almost half. So each time I read one of the books in this series, I'm like, it can't possibly be better than the previous book. And each time I'm shocked when I'm wrong, because I think this might be my favourite. This one has actually got me like really hot. Like, I had to like put my fan on, because it's the first time I've not had to have my fan on, because it like rained and it cooled it down a little bit, which was great. But I had to put my fan on for a minute because it was getting really hot in my room. So this one follows Isabel, Gaëtan, who is Gaston's character, and Beast. There is a pact, and she has to choose one of them at the end of the allotted time. But I'm already absolutely loving this. And there was like a revelation which I kind of saw coming, but wasn't sure if it would happen this quickly in the book. And I'm just like, yes. So, you know the drill by now. spoilers, once my hand goes down, I've stopped talking spoilers. Okay? So, I was not expecting Gaten and Beast to have a moment in the shower without Belle in the room. That is all I'm saying on the matter. I was not prepared for that. Didn't hate it. Really well written. Great writing. Spoilers over. But yeah, great writing. I think my favourite, I can't actually remember if I've already mentioned this. If I have, I apologise. But I'm really liking, this is basically porn with plot. Like, and the plot is actually really good, because some smut books where it is more smut than anything, like the actual plot isn't that great, but the plot, even without the smut, the plot would be like gripping me with these, which is what I'm loving so much about them. And they're just so easy to read, and they're so fun to read as well. Like, I definitely feel like Katee Robert has very easily become a favourite author for me, which didn't see coming considering the first book I ever read by her had the Daddy King. But I'm loving this series. I have seen that the first book in one of her other series is on Kindle Unlimited, so I'm going to be reading that next month, and we'll see if her being a favourite author is actually a thing, because usually I go by, if I've read more than one of their books and loved them enough, they become a favourite author. But I feel like with these, I might have to go with when I've tried different series by her, because I don't know if it's just the whole like Disney twist that's making me love these, like love her writing so much. So it will be interesting to read something else by her that doesn't involve Disney villains and see. But yeah, I'm absolutely loving this book so far, and I'm hoping to finish it tomorrow night. I've got like, how many pages have I got? I've got like 170 pages, so that should be pretty doable tomorrow. I have finished, and the temptation to take this to work and read it on my lunch break, but I don't want people asking me what it's about. Usually I would not care, but I'm only in my second week at the place. I feel like they need to get to know me before they get to know me. So yeah, I'm probably not gonna do that, but I really want to. But we'll see. I'll update you if I am brave enough to do that. But yeah, so I will catch up with you once I have finished reading this, and I'm officially halfway through this vlog because I am halfway through the third book of 5 that I need to read. So yay. Okay, so it is the next day, and I'm happy to report I have finished reading The Beast. And I'm even happier to report that this was a 5-star again. I looked at my Corpal ratings, and these are just getting better and better. This one, on a non-spoilery note, I hope, which I hope makes you want to read this series even more, I really like Beast's fantasy that he shares. It's good fantasy. And I really like the communication between the 3 characters. It starts off a bit miscommunication-y, but to be honest, I think it makes sense with the way the story's been set up in the previous books to like get into this point in these 3 characters' lives. I also really love how the next book has been set up, because the next one is the Sea Witch, which is obviously Ursa, and then Zuriel Rose and Alaric. I don't actually know what the pairing is going to end up as in that book, but I believe it is going to be sapphic in some shape or form. Now spoilers, you know the drill. When my hand goes down I stop talking spoilers. The scene with Isabel and Aurora, I was here for that. I was here for that, very much so. And Beast and Gaeton as well. They mention about like bringing Aurora in for a night, like them four, and I'm really sad it didn't happen in this book. I'm wondering if there's a short story about that, because I'd like to see that, or if it will happen in Aurora's book, Queen Takes Rose. We'll see. Anyway, spoilers over. But yeah, I'm enjoying each one more than the previous one, which I'm absolutely loving. And yeah, I will catch up with you when I start the Sea Witch. I'm so close to the end of this series. Hello, welcome back. It's been about 2 seconds for you, but it's been a few days for me. But today I started the Sea Witch and I am over halfway through. I'm like 57% through. I am really enjoying this. I'm not enjoying this as much, so I feel like this is possibly breaking the pattern where each book has been getting better, and I'm actually a bit disappointed in that. I do think it will still possibly be a 5-star, but I do think it will be a lower 5-star. But I'm a little bit sad that I'm not loving this more than the last one, because obviously it's based on Ursula, and Ursula is like, Little Mermaid is my favourite, like, so I was really hoping this would be my favourite of the series, but I don't think it's going to be, which absolutely sucks. I'm really enjoying the fact that the dominant in this is female, because obviously Ursula is the dominant, and Alaric, who is like Eric, and Zuriel, who is Ariel, are the submissives. I'm really enjoying how Zuriel has ended up in Carver City, and there is a bit of the miscommunication trope in this, like there has been with the others as well, but it's been done differently in this, and I'm enjoying how it's going. The smut is great, but I feel like I'm not enjoying the smut as much, which makes me really sad, because Sapphic, like, why am I not enjoying this as much? I mean, I'm still enjoying it, trust me. But yeah, I'm really excited to get to the next book though, and I think it's because the final book is Aurora and Malone, and I feel like it has been building up to that one throughout the other books with the little snippets we've been getting, and I just need that one now, and that is, I'm anticipating that will be my favourite, although it's going to be hard to top the Beast. Hard to top the Beast. I'm sorry, that wasn't an unintentional comment. I did not mean that. If you know, you know. Anyway, spoilers, spoiler time. So, I am really liking the fact that this is taking on the whole like virginity thing. All of the previous ones, no one's been a virgin. Actually, was Jasmine a virgin? I can't remember if Jasmine was a virgin. But either way, this is really tackling the whole virginity thing, with her basically selling her virginity to free Alaric. And I particularly like where she, like, Alaric tries to like throw the whole virginity thing in her face, and she's like, no, you can't do that. It is just like, it's just virginity, it's not important. And I'm really liking those conversations. And another thing I really enjoy on this is I like how, because with some smut you don't get this, but with this, not only is consent obviously and reminding the person of their safe word and everything, but also the whole like reminding people about birth control. So like before Alaric and Zuriel have sex for the first time, he literally, before like it goes ahead, he literally says, "Are you on birth control?" And she says no, so he grabs a condom. Like, and in The Beast, like they ask if she's on birth control and she says yes, but they say, "Are you comfortable without using a condom?" So it's very much, you know, they're not only making sure she's on birth control, but making sure she's comfortable with that being the only protection. And like they, you know, talk about like being tested and being clean and everything, and that is very important, and I'm really enjoying that aspect of these. But yeah, okay, spoilers over. So yeah, I feel like with this one, I do know where it's going to go, because obviously I know where it's going to go, but I'm hoping I start enjoying it more, and I'm not really sure what the big thing with this one's gonna be, because obviously there's always like this like big thing that's like the moment. So we shall see, but I am hoping to finish this tomorrow, so I will catch back up with you then. Hello. Just gonna talk about the elephant in the room, that I am Ginger again. If you watch my other weekly vlogs over the last few weeks, you will know the exact point I'm filming this clip, because I have freshly dyed this today. But we are not here to talk about my hair colour. We are here to talk about the fact that I just finished The Sea Witch by Katie Robert. This one did get a 4-star. It was a pretty high 4-star, but it was a 4-star. So it is probably my least favourite so far, which I am absolutely gutted about, because I genuinely thought this would be my favourite because it follows Ursula. But I think part of the reason, so there was a lot of smut in this. I did enjoy the plot, because this one sort of went more in depth with the plot, I think, and it went more in depth with the characters' feelings. Not that the others don't, but this one just seems to do it that a little bit more. And the smut was good, but I just feel like something wasn't connecting. So this is like another poly relationship, and I just felt like one of the characters seemed to connect individually with the two other characters in the relationship, but as a three, I didn't think it worked. And I was a little bit disappointed in that. And I know all of the endings have felt pretty rushed, but this one was just so anticlimactic that I just felt like, oh, is that it? I was really disappointed in that. I'm really sad about this, because I really did think I would love it. I don't really know what else to say about this, because I just don't have many great thoughts. It was just compared to the rest in the series. Like even Desperate Measures, like even though that was a 4-star as well, and that was a pretty high 4-star, I enjoyed that a lot more than this one, which I would have expected it the other way around, because with Desperate Measures being the first in the series, there is a lot of like setting up the world, even though it's not a fantasy world. It's very much setting up Carver City, whereas this is the 5th book in a 6-book series. Like the world is established by this point, so we should be able to just get straight into the actual book. And whilst it did do that, it just felt it was my least favourite. I'm a bit apprehensive about Queen Takes Rose now, but I'm hoping that is gonna bring it back for the final book, because that one has been building up through all of these books. Not necessarily Desperate Measures, I don't think those characters were mentioned in Desperate Measures, but it has been building up and up and up, and I'm really hoping that I enjoy Queen Takes Rose, which I will be starting tomorrow, and I'm very excited. So yeah, 4-star, was my least favourite, and I'm very disappointed, but I didn't hate it and I would reread it. Hello, it is a new day, and last night I read, or yesterday I read, the entirety of Queen Takes Rose. I am very happy to report we're back with the 5 stars. We are back with the 5 stars. I'm very happy with this. It is, however, not my favourite in the series. I really enjoyed seeing why Aurora has been so adamant on avoiding Malone as much as possible. And obviously throughout this series we've seen like Malone trying to also avoid Aurora, and we know they scenes together once before, and it's sort of like seeing how things developed between them. And I really enjoyed how this was done. I thought it was brilliant. I really liked the plot. I think this had the most in-depth plot on the reason why, and I really liked how it was dealt with at the end. And I feel like Katie Robert had a bit of a glitch with the Sea Witch, because maybe she was just focused so much on trying to get all the good stuff into this, she let Sea Witch slide a bit, which, you know, it's fine. I'm not angry, just a bit disappointed, because I really wanted to love that one. But I really enjoyed this one. I'm so glad. The smut was great. It's sapphic, like, yes, and I'm just very happy with how the series ended. I would quite happily read, if Katie Robert was to ever be like, oh, there's more Disney characters, let's do a few more books set in this world. But at the same time, I feel like it was wrapped up very well, because there's only so many, and it makes sense. Spoiler time, because I can't explain this without spoilers, so spoiler time. It makes sense. So in the Sea Witch, it mentions how Alaric and Aurora are the only 2 left still paying off their debt, like their deal with Hades. So it makes sense for it to end now, because Aurora's paid off her debt, and Alaric did in the Sea Witch, so it makes sense for that. Spoilers over. So yeah, it makes sense for it to end where it did, but I would still read more if there ever was more, because I'm apparently trash for this series. So yeah, 5-star. I am going to go through my individual core pile ratings for all 6 of the books. Now, I know I didn't read Desperate Measures in this vlog, but I'm still going to go through my core pile ratings so you can see where I'm at with them, because I think that's a cool way to end this vlog. I've really enjoyed doing this vlog, like, so much. Why have I got like a random post-it note in there? I don't know. So I'm going to go through my core pile ratings for all of them. So for Desperate Measures, characters was an 8, atmosphere, writing and plot were 9s, intrigue was an 8, logic was a 7, and enjoyment was a 10. So overall, this got an 8.57. I'm going to say now, this actually did get exactly the same total rating as the Sea Witch did. However, enjoyment for this one was a 10, and it wasn't a 10 for Sea Witch. So that's why this one is not the bottom one. As far as I'm concerned, the Sea Witch is my least favourite of this series. But it did get the same rating overall, but I'm very happy with this. I think the reason it did get slightly less than the others was the Daddy King, but I didn't hate reading it, which I still don't get. So there's that one. Then for Learn My Lesson, which I can't get off the pile, there we go, it got a 10 for characters. Of course, it's Hades, like, honestly. A 9 for atmosphere, a 10 for writing, a 9 for plot, an 8 for intrigue, an 8 for logic, and a 10 for enjoyment. Like, this was a total of 9.14, and I'm actually shocked it didn't get more than that. This is actually, like, in 4th place, so this is 5th place, this is 4th place. I thought it would be higher up, but apparently not. Next up, we have A Worthy Opponent, which characters got 10, atmosphere got 10, writing got 10, plot got 9, intrigue got 9, logic got 7, and enjoyment got 10. Logic got lower in this one because I just feel like it wasn't as, not realistic, that's the wrong word, but there was just something about it that just didn't seem right, but it was still very high, and it was a total of 9.29. So yeah, and it's Hook. I needed Hook and Tink in my life, and I did not know it. Next up, we have The Beast. So this got a 9 for characters, a 9 for atmosphere, a 10 for writing, a 10 for plot, a 9 for intrigue, a 9 for logic, and a 10 for enjoyment. This is one of the higher rated for logic because the reason behind the conflict with the 3 characters very much made sense. So I really enjoyed that. And the like climactic bit at the end made sense as well, which, you know, that helped. So this was a total of 9.43. So this is the best book in this series, in my opinion, obviously. So there's The Beast. Then we have The Sea Witch. Characters and atmosphere both got an 8. Writing and plot both got a 9. Intrigue got an 8, logic got a 9, and enjoyment got a 9. This is the only book in the series that did not get a 10 for enjoyment. So yeah. And then finally we have Queen Takes Rose. It got a 9 for characters, atmosphere, writing and plot, a 10 for intrigue, a 9 for logic, and a 10 for an enjoyment. So that was a 9.29. So yeah, this one, the intrigue in this was just through the roof. I just didn't want to put it down, which is why I read it an entire day. So yeah, so if we put them in order of my least favorite to favorite, okay, so least favorite is The Sea Witch. Next up, Desperate Measures. Next up, Learn My Lesson. The next 2 both got a 9.29. However, Worthy Opponent is the next one purely because it got a 7 for logic, and the second book, like the next book I'm going to show you, didn't get anything less than a 9. So Worthy Opponent, Queen Takes Rose, and in first place, The Beast. I have had the absolute best time reading these books, and I am so happy I decided to do this. I will definitely be reading more from Katie Robert, but I do think she might be a bit of an auto-buy author now. I loved every second of this series, even on the book that was my least favourite. So I hope you enjoyed this. I tried to keep spoilers to a minimum, but obviously when I did do the spoilers, I did give you a warning and everything. But I hope you did enjoy this. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Bye.